awesome people? It's your girl Kiana coming back to you guys with another YouTube video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about peer pressure. What is peer pressure? How can we, as a body of the believers, deal with peer pressure? And peer pressure is something that goes on along with teens, but not only does it go on with teens, but it also can go on with young adults and adults. Okay, peer pressure is something that's forever available for anybody. You could be a little child in kindergarten and you probably may not indulge in this particular act, and then you have a little kid that's like, you should do it, or you're gonna not be able to play with us tomorrow at the playground. Peer pressure, that's what it is. And so yeah, let's dive into that. We're going to go into scriptures. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited. This is the last video before the new year is approaching. It's approaching, which in about probably 2 hours, it will be January the 1st of 2020. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm just so happy that the number one allows you to start over with many things that you may have wanted to do last year. You can start over and try again this year, starting from the beginning. Okay, so but without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's talk about peer pressure. What is peer pressure? And I'm going to Google it, of course. What is peer pressure? According to the Google dictionary, it says it is influence from members of one's peer group. It's when you're around your group of friends and they are doing something that you may not want to do, and they kind of press you into do it. Oh, come on, man, it's not gonna be too bad. Oh, you lighten up a little bit, you need to do it, whatever. Just have fun, you know? Yeah, so let's get into the word. Let's see what God has to say about peer pressure. Because peer pressure is called pressure because the pressure is not leading you to any good. If they're having to pressure you into doing something that you're not used to doing, obviously they're not, helping you in any type of way. They're not trying to put you in a positive light. They're trying to bring you down with them. And let's not to say, okay, what they're doing is negative, but at the end of the day, you don't do it. This is something that you never do. And most of the time when it comes to peer pressure, it's not for something that's going to be positive. It's going to be for something that's negative. Because if that's the case, nobody would have to pressure you into doing it. Okay, so let's see. The first scripture says, it's Proverbs chapter 13 verse 20. It says, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. So this right here is just warning us as a body of believers to be wise in who we choose to surround ourselves with. Are your friends doing something that you don't normally do? Should they even be in your company? Should they even be your companion? Because 9 times out of 10, what you put yourself around is going to affect you. So 9 times out of 10, if you're around people who do stuff that you don't do, you're going to be doing it too, because they're going to peer pressure you into doing it, or you're going to just end up doing it because you think, hey, whatever, hey, these are the people I'm with, so I'm just going to do what they're doing. Okay, so that one is just telling you guys, if you decide to hang with some fools, you're going to suffer with the fools. Okay, so the next scripture says, Romans chapter 12 verse 2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. So yes, it's basically saying you want to be in the mind of God. What can I do to be in good relationships with God? Is this what I need to be doing? Is this worldly or is this godly? That's basically what it's saying. You want to be, your mind needs to focus on things that are of good and not of evil. Be not conformed to this world, meaning to not fit in with everybody. It's just reminding you, if you're with these people, of course, they're going to try to peer pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. The thing that scripture is reminding you to be transformed in the renewal of your mind, and to know that you're not called to fit in with everybody. You're not. So the next verse, it says, Galatians chapter 1 verse 10. For I am now seeking the approval of man or God, or of God, or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. There it is. That's point blank period, you guys. Who are you trying to please? Only person you need to worry about pleasing is God. If everybody is upset about why you're not doing this or why you can't do this, you just seem so uptight, why you don't go to this or why you don't want to come with us, why you want to hang with us, blah, blah, blah. Okay. God says he's the only one that you need to please. And God also says that he's the only one that can fully satisfy our needs. So why wouldn't you want to please the person who can fully satisfy your needs? He is the one that you need to have the fear of. Have the fear of God in you, not your friends, because 9 times out of 10, your friends will have you in some deep mess that God didn't want you to be a part of. Which is the reason why he is telling you, make sure you choose your friends wisely. And this is why he's also telling you that you do not need to worry about other people's feelings, or whether or not you're going to make them mad or make them feel, I don't know, just make them feel all kinds of bad because you don't do what they want to do. Okay. God says they don't matter. It don't matter. Okay. So let's talk about the next scripture. It says 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13, and it says, no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability, but with the temptation he will also provide the way of escape that you may be able to endure it. God says he's going to help you. He's going to help you escape. He'll provide an escape for it, because we are going to be tempted. There's no doubt about it. You're going to be tempted, and God is saying he's going to give you a way of escape. You're going to be able to find out a way to get out of that mess. He's going to help you. And if you're in it and you think in your mind, oh my goodness, I'm in it, what am I doing? It's not too late to back out, or for whatever somebody then peer pressured you into doing. So yeah, that's what that scripture is saying. Let's go on to another one, you guys. I'm getting excited. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, verse 34. Do not be deceived. Here we go. Bad company ruins good morals. Wake up from your drunken stupor as is right, and do not go on sinning. For some have no knowledge of God. I say this to your shame. Some have no knowledge of God. Point blank period. So you need to be wise again on choosing who are you going to allow to be in your company. Will they bring you up? Will they help you grow? What kind of relationship is this? Be wise in who you choose to hang around, because at the end of the day, you're going to find yourself getting pressured into doing something that you don't want to do, and it could cause you to lead yourself further and further to death than you may even can think of. What did we talk about in the last video about what is sin? The wages of sin is death. So think about that. Next scripture, it says, Proverbs chapter 1 verse 10, my son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they are trying to get you to do something that is a sin, and they're trying to entice you, God is saying, do not consent. Say no. I talked to my brother earlier today, and I was like, so how would you tell your daughter to handle peer pressure? He doesn't have a daughter. I was just asking in general. He was just like, point blank period, you just need to say no. I can't get down with it. That's how my brother talked. It was so funny. But he just was like, just say no. And I understand. I do understand, because I'm a teenager too, and I have been peer pressured into doing things, and it's pretty hard to say no. So I can relate to that. So I'm not coming from, oh, I've never been pressured to do anything. Oh, I have been pressured, and it was easily for me to say no. No, but really, if you know where you stand and you know that God is who you need to please, you just have to come to that mindset, be transformed, and have a renewal in your mind. This is something that I don't need to do, so I'm not going to do it. No. Thank you for the offer, but no. 2 more scriptures, you guys. James chapter 1 verses 12 through 15. It says, blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, and he himself tempts no one. But each person is tempted when he is lured and is enticed by his own desire. Then desire, when it is conceived, gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death. And that's what we've been saying and talking about this whole video. Sin brings forth death. you guys. All right, let's read this last scripture, you guys. So it says, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14 through 15. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it. Do not go on it. Turn away from it and pass on. The Lord says, get away from all evil. Do not pass it. No, it's not it. It's not the way to life. It's opposite of love. Walk away from it. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Say no. All right, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys were able to learn a little bit of how you can tackle peer pressure. And I want you to comment down something below, something that you would like to tell anybody, how to deal with peer pressure. Just what are your opinions about peer pressure? I would love to hear from you guys. Once again, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, supporting this channel. Please subscribe if you like the video, like the video if you like the video. And Happy New Year's! Bye-bye now.